To shave years off the construction schedule, two teams would work simultaneously from both sides of the mountain. To make sure they met in the center, engineers had to carefully plot the tunnel route. If the two sides failed to join up, everything would be lost. To survey a precise tunnel, engineers relied on two things. The first was a transit. It combined a telescope, which really helps you see a long way, with a protractor-like device for measuring angles, and down here, a compass. The second was a lot simpler. Basically, a brass weight at the end of a string, called a plumb bob. Now here's how they used them to make sure that two teams on either side of Hoosac Mountain would eventually meet in the middle. Once the entrances had been roughly marked, surveyors cleared a path over the mountain. Using their transits, they carefully measured a straight route from one portal to the other. They also created two back sites, fixed survey points on mountains that stood behind each entrance, and plotted a perfectly straight line over the mountain, which they transposed as a perfectly straight route through the mountain. Once they determined that the two entrances were on the exact same line, they aimed their transits at the center and kept sighting ahead as they excavated, placing markers at regular intervals to keep the tunnel on course. It took 2 years just to map the Hoosac's route. But the effort paid off when, decades later, the teams met precisely in the middle.